Hey guys, Matt here. Just a quick video on some common tracking mistakes that I don't want you to make so you can fast track your progress. One of the most common tracking mistakes I find is the way people measure their food. So when we enter food into MyFitnessPal, you want to be measuring things in grams, okay? Not in ounces, not per piece, not anything other than grams. So you want to measure, for example, say you eat a steak, right? And you eat a porterhouse steak or T-bone steak. Don't just click T-bone and then there'll be 100 options and then it will say one T-bone or one medium T-bone steak and enter that. It's too generic. Like, what does a medium look like? Who knows? So put it on a digital food scale when it's uncooked, okay? And that is your weight in grams, okay? You can change the type of serving to grams. Generally, you can change it to grams. So that's tip number one. Tip number two, try and find foods which are like MyFitnessPal verified. They've got like a green tick. Generally, these are the ones that are the most accurate in terms of the calories and the macros listed. Because when you search foods, there might be hundreds of options. Now, if there isn't a green verified tick, try and find the one that looks the most legit, okay? So you'll see if it looks a bit shady or whether it looks pretty accurate. So that's tip number two. Tip number three, people always forget to add things such as olive oil when they cook or sauces on the side of their meals. So this is where a lot of people go wrong. So 9 times out of 10, you cook a meal in a fry pan, you probably use about a tablespoon of olive oil. So a tablespoon of olive oil is around 120 calories. So if you're doing that 7 days a week, you're missing out on like 850 calories in the week. Now, it makes your diary look good, but you've completely missed it. Same thing, sauces. On the side, if you have a bit of sauce on your plate, then you got to track it, or at least guesstimate roughly how much is there. So far, you'll see that we are being pretty strict on looking at these different things, but they need to be looked at because across a week, it adds up big time. So there's a few little common mistakes that we find. So just to summarize, always measuring grams, verified food, and last one, olive oils, your sauces, your sugars. You got to track them. Okay, guys? They're some of the most common mistakes.